Here's a lesson in paying attention to what's at the store and really thinking about it before you start buying a bunch of stuff, because I bought like $40 worth of locks for this bus because I found somebody's urine bottle in it, meaning there's probably a homeless person staying in it one night and they just left their urine bottle in here. So now I'm putting more effective door locks on this thing. It's been way overdue, like 3.5 years overdue. If you remember, whenever I first bought this bus, it has door locks as a state spec, but some kids broke into it and they messed up this front door lock and it needed to be replaced. So I was going to get like a sliding lock to go over it, but the problem is that I can't find any sliding locks long enough to span the weather stripping and everything there. So you can see where I was going to just do it anyways, and I started to drill a hole there, but then I was like, maybe not. So the hole's not completely through there, and whenever I repaint these, I'm probably going to try to have to do some work to them anyways. But as you can see, is this key right here, a little 532. That's the key code if you ever want to break in my bus, I guess, but I've got to kind of press against the door. But now it is locked. So the back door is going to be getting a sliding lock. Maybe that big one. I don't know. I bought a big one and a small one. The big one's going to be for this door. Got to kind of press on the door a little bit. So you can see in here, I had to actually, so this is square right here, and the lock, part of the lock coming out is also square, but the lock itself was bigger than the little swivel hinge, whatever there. So here's a good representation of what it looks like. Basically that little this little piece right here is connected to a pin at the top. You can see that's locked, that's unlocked, and when it is locked, it goes into that hole right there. That is the way a lot of school buses work, including the Thomas C2. The HDX is a little different. It actually just has a lock that it's like a little clip that just goes down like that and holds the door in place. But there we go. So now that door is locked. You kind of have to push on it. I just need to tighten. There's a nut. Not even really a nut, I would say. I don't even know what it'd be called. This little hexagonal piece back here, maybe that is, I guess that'd be a nut. But I just need to tighten that before I leave today. And show you the locks that I did buy. So this was the big one. It did not fit across that weather stripping. I was kind of hoping maybe I could stretch this out a little more and that would help, but I'd have to have 2 screws in the big piece for it to work, and I did not want to do that. So and it actually has a spot for a lock there. You can slide this through whenever it is locked, and you can slide a lock through there and lock it. This one, however, I have the other piece in the bag too. This is the one I was going to use for the back door, but it is a little bit small for the back door, so I might just end up using the big lock for the back door. I don't know. That's basically the way the ones in the C2s are. Or not the C2s, the HDXs for the side door. I was thinking about putting the big lock on the outside, but I don't know. I probably won't. Probably just put it on the inside, and that way I don't have to have a lock out here, and if I forget, there's not a lock beating against the paint as I'm driving. So yeah, I'll probably just put the lock on the inside, and then probably down here somewhere, like down on this part of the door, and get it right here on the lip here. The little lock will fit it, but it's just a little too little. I really don't want to go back and buy another one that's slightly bigger and then have 2 sliding locks I'm not going to use, so I'll just make it work. But I'm just happy that I got that door lock fixed. Other than that, I don't know if you noticed I rearranged the storage unit, but this might not look a whole lot different to you all, but there's a lot less stuff in here. The crossing arms, the stop sign, all that stuff is in the storage unit. All those wooden blocks, some of those rubber floor mats, and the mud flaps for under the hood that I still need to put in. All that stuff pretty much gone. I'm gonna wait for my driver's seat project to be finished, and then there's no progress on that. I just haven't worked on it. I moved the driver's seat that I'm putting in here to my apartment, but I just haven't worked on it yet. There's been other things like the door lock that needed taken care of first, so that way I don't find any more pee bottles in here. But also just life and work in general getting in the way. But that's the way it rolls sometimes. It's in the 40s or 50s right now, upper 40s, lower 50s, and it was 38 degrees when I started working on this thing. It was a little bit chillier, but I went ahead and got everything done. As far as the door lock, I just need to tighten that nut, and it'll be good. And I just need to put one on the back door somewhere, and then I will be able to lock my bus again, which is a huge relief for me, because I don't have to worry about, I mean, the thing is, I really didn't mind it, and I left it because I really didn't mind because there's cats around the storage lot, and I'm a huge cat person. I have 2 cats of my own. I really liked them being able to get in the bus for shelter during snow or rain or from the wind, you know. But the homeless people ruined it. I don't want homeless people in my bus leaving pee bottles or trash or trying to make a fire in there, because that's happened on one of our Cabell County buses before. So, I mean, it's one of those things that I knew they were probably doing it, but as long as they didn't leave any evidence that they were there, basically no vandalism, no trash, I didn't care. But they're starting to leave their pee bottles in here, so now I gotta lock it up again. I gotta spend my money to get locks that are actually worth a crap on it. The back door does have a lock, but those Bluebird locks are fiddly and they're junk. So I'm just going to take it into my own hands. Where this isn't used to haul students anymore, or people at all, really. I mean, maybe a couple people whenever I have friends or something. You know, that doesn't need the alarm on the back door lock anymore. So I'm just not going to worry about that, wiring that up or anything, trying to figure out a way to make that work. I'm just going to put a sliding lock on there and it'll be all right, as long as people can't get in. It's just annoying that, you know, people can't respect my belongings. I respect theirs. I'm not going around piddling their stuff, but people have to go around piddling my stuff. So, oh well. Anyways, here's the storage unit. Rant over, but here's the storage unit. So I actually had about, I think, 9 seat frames at my parents' house sitting in the yard for the past year and a half, 2 years. Pretty much ever since I got all these seats. I took a few there to repaint them, and I took both the little seats there. You can see they're rusty where they've been sitting in the weeds, but all I have to do is just sand them and repaint them. They hadn't been painted or anything, but or, you know, repainted where I need to paint all these black. But I got those in here somehow. I stacked the seat bottoms a little bit higher and shoved some of the seat backs up on top there. And then, like, the big broom that was in 23, the shovels right there. Let's see, a lot of, like, the cross arms and the stop arm, they're all right there. I was able to get the pressure washer out of my truck. I actually bought a pressure washer set up, so that way I could wash 23 and 819 whenever I can. But, of course, I bought it all at the beginning of winter, so I can't even really use it until summer, but it's fine. So I've spent like $200 on a pressure washer setup I can't even use yet. But pressure washer, undercarriage cleaner, it's what the thing with the wheels is, which is going to help a lot. A brush, some extra hose, a windshield cleaner that was actually in 23, so I just threw that in here because I figured that'd be it'd be more useful in here. And then this, oh, not this. Oh yeah, this. I forgot I was going to talk about. This is basically just an extender pole for the brush, so that way I can scrub higher on 23. And a friend of mine, my old bus driver, actually recommended that I use I forget what it's called, but I have it saved on my Amazon cart. he recommended that I use a specific wax that he uses for his RV. It's supposed to be used for automotive as well. So he is very... Oh, hold on. Sorry. Sometimes I forget how loud that is. I usually give a warning, but I forgot. Apologize. But basically, he recommended that I use that on this. So maybe springtime, I'm going to buy some of that stuff and try and get this thing shined up. And it's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be like weather resistant too, so hopefully that'll help. But aside from this, I got some decals from Texas Street Man. Don't know, I'm probably gonna have to wait until it's actually like warm to put them on, but there's some neat decals in there. Maybe I'll make a short video on that, a little haul of sorts. Still gotta send him his seat bottom, which I might try to get done today before I go to work. I just got paid today, so I ended up spending $40, like I said, on locks that I didn't need because I wasn't paying attention. And a couple of the decals are actually for back here. There's a Caterpillar decal that I'm going to put back here, and then another one that's actually on his bus and one of Matt S4290's buses that also fits this one. This is going to be getting that. I've always liked that bumper sticker, and he made me one, so very happy about that. But in return, he's getting a seat bottom for a driver's seat, like the cushion, the butt cushion. Let's see, here in let's see, what is today? Friday? Yeah, tomorrow this thing is going to be taking a trip about an hour away. Go see some Christmas lights, even though it's after Christmas, but with some of the in-laws, not married yet, but basically in-laws. So that I need to try and put that other door lock on tomorrow morning, which shouldn't take very long in theory. I thought the same thing with this though, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I just a lot more to talk about than I normally have, I guess. So if y'all want to see any specific videos on this bus, let me know. I have a GoPro now, so I can try to do some like raw unedited GoPro clips or something if you want, but I'm gonna be kind of limited on that. But yeah, just let me know what you all want to see, and if I can do it, I'll see what I can do. A lot of it is time sensitive. I don't have as much time as I used to, and trying to get some adult things straightened out just to have a better quality of life. So nothing bad about my life, just always trying to improve my situation, because I feel like everything could always be a little bit better. I mean, I'm happy where I'm at, don't get me wrong. I'm not unhappy, just trying to improve it, just bump it up a little bit. So anyways, I guess that'll be about it. Thanks for listening to my rambling, and as always, thanks for watching.